Hello everyone. Today I have Eckhart talking about the balance of being and doing, which is very wonderfully important to us, of having both, as we are a form of doing and also consciousness of just being. So enjoy listening and feeling these two energies inside of you while listening to Eckhart's words. And also, finally, I will give some more input as well, because also in the end he's talking then a little bit about relationships and also the balance in there. And I want to add something because it's very short what I found there from Eckhart about this topic. So relax, lean back, take a cup of tea or coffee, better tea or water, still water, and then warm still water, and then relax and open your eyes, your ears and your mind.
There are different approaches to the acceptance. You can accept in a yin way. It's all fine as it is. Or you can accept in the yang way. It's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with it. But you have to be careful. So there's some people who study Zen or even go to Zen monasteries, and then they act out the way, I don't know even if there are any Zen masters left. I hope there are. Or whether they're all part of history, I don't know. And then they act out how the Zen master speaks, not realizing it's just an imitation of the way the Zen master speaks, and there's not the true acceptance behind it. It's easy to fall into these errors. Because Zen is a particular way of teaching, culturally conditioned, because it's a form of teaching, so it's culturally conditioned by Japan, China first then, but mostly Japan. And it's a particular approach. There's no negativity behind it, in that uncompromising acceptance. It's just a straight. When it's imitated, then there's a negativity behind it. It's a lot of awareness is needed, self-observation, to see whether you're really aligned with the present moment or whether you are fooling yourself or fooling others, or still having a mental image that are trying to live up to, that you are somebody who is now completely aligned with the present moment. And then you act out the part of somebody who is completely aligned with the present moment. But fortunately, life has always a way of showing you, if you're not there, fully accepting, not fully aligned, life will come up, give you very soon, after if you've imitated something without knowing it, playing a role of a spiritual person, without knowing that it's a role, life works in such a way that it then throws something at you, and you will realize that you're not accepting at all. Life tends to do that. So you can't fool yourself. Well, some people can, but you can't fool yourself for too long. Then life shows you you're not there as the I told the story, I won't repeat it now except in one sentence. The Buddhist master that I knew many years ago, who achieved beautiful states of enlightenment and was completely aligned with the present moment in his monastery in Thailand. He was a Westerner. In his monastery in Thailand, completely aligned, completely accepting of the mosquitoes and being bitten and everything else, until he had to go to renew his visa in this big city, Bangkok. And there he blew it. And so the wait was just too long. And that's a good way, life showing him, there's still room to go deeper. A hugely problematic area for many or most people is relationships of whatever kind or on whatever level. It's where people seek their happiness, and it's where many people find their unhappiness. And so I'm talking about both intimate relationships, somebody you live with, and I'm talking about other kinds of relationship also, at work, other family members, relatives, friends, and even very brief relationships, because any interaction with another human being I'm using now relationship in a wider sense, any interaction with another human being is a relationship. You are relating to that person. And so it is, for many people, most of their, or a large part of their suffering or unhappiness, unfortunately, is derived from relationships. They tend to go wrong so often, or present so many problems and obstacles. And it seems that human beings are just so terribly difficult. Except one. The one who is listening to these words.
Yeah, thank you very much, Eckhart, for your wonderful inputs in this talk about the relationship issue between all our human beings here on this planet, closer or more distant, no matter how. They all can bring up challenges. And also the balance between the being and the doing, being active, being that human that you are, with all your features that you have as a human. And just really want to bring that out, maybe explain a little bit also about this balance of being and doing. You can also explain it with saying balance between the female and the male part inside of you. And we all have both parts. You can also say it's a yin-yang parts we have inside of us. And even if there might people shine to be more yin and the others more yang, they all have the yin and yang part as well inside of them. It's just how much can you allow this one to have both parts and to really balance them, not to be too much on the on the one side. And most of of the human beings here in this industrialized countries, they are of course more on this doing side, and they ignore the being side. And that makes us all so sick. And that's what Eckhart also talked about and says, and that we all became quite often in these burnouts and depressions and loneliness states, and this hole, feeling like having a hole inside, because we are not connected to the being side of us. And yes, I really want to encourage you to find room and space during your day to just be in the stillness. Just sit there and do nothing. Enjoy the being inside of you and see what is coming up and what impulses will be produced when you get still. Because these impulses are so much more useful for a healthy, joyful life than all the impulses that you get from watching TV, talking to people, because this is all outside. It's all impulses from outside. But what we all have to learn is to go inside and hear the impulses from within that create our much more healthy life. Healthy equals joy. To be healthy is to be joyful. That's a statement here. That joyfulness is the same as health. To be healthy. And that's why any feeling that is not feeling good is just telling you, okay, take another road, take another thought, think another thought, do another thing, or do nothing. These three things. So what you can do during your day, do your everyday life, take yourself 3 times a day, in the morning, in the middle, and in the afternoon, in the evening. 5 minutes to start. I mean, if you've never done that, start with this and meditate. And by meditating, I don't mean you have to make a guided meditation. You don't have to do that if you think, oh, this is crazy stuff, I don't like that, or whatever. But just go to a certain place, and even if it is a toilet, go sit there. Just sit there and do nothing. Close your eyes, concentrate on your breath. Start to breathe slowly and just concentrate on that. Nothing more, nothing less. Because for all not so spiritual people out there, and even also for the ones that are quite active and that like to be in that doing energy, which I am too. I'm that type. I really love to be in the doing. I like to be that part. But I can appreciate and love the part of being even more when I decide to accept that I'm a quite doing person. Yeah. So, and this is what you can learn as well. If you feel like you are also that way, that you love to be active and do things and make things. Enjoy that side of you. Appreciate it. But learn to live the other side as well. And the contrast will be very, very wonderful. You will see that. It's a wonderful contrast. You can live this life in a very contrastful way. That you say, like, you are very active doing things, becoming very active in all kinds of ways that we are multi-dimensional beings. What I mean with that is we can swim, we can run, we can paint, we can hike, we can raise children, we can socialize with all kinds of people. We can create projects, we can do so many things. And and if you are that type that likes, that really, like, when you close your eyes, you have all these ideas of what you could do and what you would like to experience. You can do that. Trust me, you can. You have that energy. But you have to find your little islands of very deep, and then they become transcendental moments. Before you go to bed, for example, 5 to 10 minutes. And even, like, you don't need a lot of sleep as well. You can live with, like, extreme people, they do it with even 2 to 3 hours. I do it with 5 hours, to be honest. With 5 hours, I'm fine. I'm really in my best energy balance. If I sleep 5 hours, intense sleep 5 hours, and I never have a problem with not being able to fall asleep when I do exactly my 5 hours sleeps. I lay down, my eyes fall close, and I am up and away. No? And that's how we want to go to sleep, no, isn't it? So never, if you have these thought carousels in your head when you lay down for sleep, don't think that it's only because you are stressed and you have all these things going on. No, there are multiple different influences that cause you that hold you from falling asleep. And one is also that you get too much sleep. Yeah, and that you are not balanced in a way. And if you do, like, on the day, during the day, like I said, the 3 times 5 minutes of just sitting, breathing, letting thoughts come and go, trying to pull all the energy into your heart, for example. Place your hand on your heart, on your breast, and just breathe into your breast, into your heart. And let everything be. Let you feel what is. Let you feel how your body feels and all this. If you do these kind of exercises every day, 3 times a day, each 5 minutes. Your sleep will increase. You will fall asleep easier. You will get up easier in the way that you will not miss energy in the morning, like feeling, oh, I'm so tired, or I'm so, no, you will not have that. You will reduce that because you take these breaks during the day. It's incredible how only a few minutes of doing this is helping your whole system to relax. It's a relaxing of the mind, which you never do. During the day, your mind is all the time thinking. It's 80,000 thoughts we think. So if you really relax, your brain can slow down and get a little pause. And then when it starts again after 5 minutes, it will be fresher and more capable of giving you better solutions. Trust me, this is wonderful, and you will love that and do it more often even, and longer. In the morning and in the evening you can do it even longer. But I don't want to overwhelm you by thinking, 10 minutes, I'd rather sleep in the morning a little bit longer or something. So I know how it is. So you have to start with little steps, and then you feel the result, and then you feel like, it's so nice, so wonderful. I will do it a little bit longer tomorrow, and will get up a little bit earlier, or 10 minutes earlier, to be able to do that. And yes, if you want, you can use a guided meditation from YouTube. Type in guided meditation, body scan, or body scan this is really a nice one. And then you can do it guided, especially in the morning, that you don't fall asleep again. Enjoy your day now and have a wonderful time, and always remember who you are, the lottery win of your life. And P.S. Take advantage of your wonderful gift, a free coaching session with me. For 1 to 2 hours, we go into a guided coaching session with whatever comes up in the moment we get connected. Everything will be fine, good, and really, really, it will have a very nice influence, impact, or even potential for changing everything in that 1 to 2 hours. Yes, a big promise, but it's not a promise, it's a potential happening. If you are willing to say, yes, I want to curiously experience a coaching session that can change my life. I'm looking forward to reaching out with you.